So welcome to today's digital marketing tutorial. Okay, this is where you get to learn like some tips and tricks to help move people from social media, Pinterest, your blog, all of that into sales. Okay, if we haven't met, I'm Connie. I am a digital marketing business strategist. All that means is I help you put the pieces together. I do that through some group sessions where you can come in and just ask your most pressing question in that moment, or one-on-one strategy session. And so today we're going to talk about how do you take social media. So how do you take those comments that you're getting on social media and how do you turn them into customers? What does that customer journey look like? And what are some tips that you can easily do to be able to do that? Okay. I'm going to take you over and I'm visual. So we're going to give you some visual here, you guys. Okay. So let me pull this up right quick. And you guys, if you haven't checked out vidIQ, it's a great tool to use. But let's dive into this right quick, okay? So this is a page that I have been helping with creating content for because we were just trying to figure out first, what are his people responding to? So myself and the ad manager met, and we're just trying to figure out like, what are people responding to? So this happens to be a post that we're doing a $2 a day add-on. This is a Christian life coach. He teaches men especially how to start their first business. Bob is amazing at that, has started many businesses. But I did this graphic and then did the copy and we put the ad behind it. And you can see here, like this message, and that's what you're looking for, because when you nail that messaging, then you know what to put in your copy and you know what to put on your website and all of that. And we've had a couple of these that have done really well, but it seems to be the same thing. Dreams in your heart, God's put there, and that nobody can take that away. So probably you've had people who, somebody has said you can't do it, whatever. So here's step number one. One, run a $2 or $3 a day ad. Okay, you can see here, like it's done really, really well. Okay, we've reached over 2,300 people. This page has like 700. We've had over 500 engagements, and that means people either like, love, or comment. Okay, and then Facebook has this new tool to where you can see like that's higher, 26% higher, times higher than other posts. But let me tell you the tip, okay? So tip number one, run the Facebook ad, okay? $2 to $3. If you need help with that, like I have a few suggestions for you. Facebook ads are not complicated. You just need to know what you're doing and not boost. Stay away from the blue button. But you can see here, we've had 4 comments, okay, but we've had 58 shares. So one of the tips that I gave Bob in this was he went in and he liked the person's comment. But look, liking a person's comment is not going to turn them into a sale. It's just not. Okay, but there's this little message button there. Okay, and so when you click that little message button, you can see that you're interacting as your page. And so you can do something like just start a conversation with them, okay? And then just send them a message. Okay, so I'm not going in there saying, I do coaching and I have a $3,000 program and I have this and I have that. I'm not doing that, right? I'm going in and I'm starting a conversation. Okay. And it may take a few times. And here's what I like to tell business owners: don't start with your paid program. Okay. They don't know you, whether you have a product, service, whatever that looks like, because this works with products too. They don't know you. Okay, so what is your freebie that would help them get to know you a little bit better, get a win, a quick win? Then that's what you want to offer them in the middle of the conversation, okay? And not right there in the beginning. I would not go in there and say, "Hey, Alexander, we have a great freebie for you. It's XYZ." That isn't how, like, if he met, I want you to think about it this way. If you meet Alexander in public, what would you say to them? Okay. You wouldn't start with, "Hey, I'm Bob and I have a business." Like, you would get to know them, right? If you're at a cookout or if somebody mutual you knew introduced you. Okay. Start it out with a conversation. And then you can move them through the process, okay? Alexander may be 100% ready to jump in there. And here's what'll usually happen. They'll tell you that. They'll be like, "Oh my gosh, man, great talking with you. Like, I'd love to know more about your business." And then that door gets opened. But when you go in there and you're like a shark and you're like attacking in that moment, you're going to turn people off. Okay. The third thing that you can do is look at the shares. Okay. So some people are going to have profiles that you can't look at. Okay. They're not public, but you can see here Matthew Mead. Um, if you hit and here's what I do. Okay. I just start a conversation. I love it. I make a comment. Okay. And then the ball's in their end. Okay. But one, what you're doing with this is you're seeing and you're hearing the person. Okay. And you guys, there's something super powerful when you do that. Okay. And I'm not saying like spend all day doing this. I'm saying, and I would take this one if he responds, I would take it into Messenger. Okay. Like that's the progression. And again, just like you're doing with Alexander, you're starting that conversation, you're getting to know them a little bit. You have a freebie, and it's naturally like you're sharing that with them. It doesn't sound salesy, it doesn't sound spammy. I hear that all the time. Like, how do I not sound salesy, Connie? Um, when you naturally do it and you naturally have a conversation, it doesn't feel salesy. Okay. When you message somebody out of the blue, I had it happen yesterday. It's funny that I'm talking about this. Somebody messaged me and was like, "Hey, I have this great program and I think you would be a great fit," and blah, 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 blah. And I mean, like, you don't know me. She had poached me out of a Facebook group that wasn't even her Facebook group. And it just came across yucky. Start a conversation, okay? And I'm not saying spend hours doing this, okay? At the end of your night, spend 15, 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes max, and go in and just start those conversations, okay? Get to know them. Will everybody respond? No. Okay, but for many people, you're seeing them and you're hearing them, and that is so big in your customer service, that you take a minute to really get to know that person. And here's the thing: when you do that and you really build a relationship, they'll go with you wherever you want them to go. They typically will buy anything that you have. Okay. because they felt seen and they felt heard. So that's your digital marketing tutorial for the day. I want you to run a Facebook ad, okay? Um, Literally, you can do that for $2 or $3 a day, okay? If you're not getting organic. And then I want you to spend 30 minutes a day going into the comments, going into the shares, and building that relationship. Okay, one of the best things that you can do. And yes, you want to get them into email, into text, wherever that is with your freebie. Okay, but you got to build that a little bit first. They don't know you. They don't know you. They were targeted through a Facebook ad that they had no clue. Okay, so I want you to do those two things. Okay, and if you need help with Facebook ads, I have a really great person who's amazing at that. Um, and she can give you some tips with that. Okay. So, anyway, I hope that's helpful. Make sure you stay tuned. Lots more digital marketing tips, tutorials coming your way. Okay. So, make sure you like, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit the bell. Okay. Also, if you're on my email list, you will get more information and be able to know when the latest videos come out and some fun other stuff. We're going to keep secret. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. I really just pray blessings over your business. The more that your business grows, the more the bigger the impact you have with whatever God has called you to. So that's my prayer over you today.